Look how beautiful this typewriter is. I love this blue. It's called Oasis Blue. It's gorgeous. And these always sell very well for us. So this is a somewhere in the 60s Smith Coronet automatic 10. The 10 stands for the carriage size. It is fully automatic, so you do need to plug it into the wall. No batteries or chargers or anything. Has a power return. So, which means before you turn it on, please make sure you don't have anything breakable or spillable on either side of your typewriter. All right, before I turn it on, let's go ahead and look at a couple of things. By the way, this is going to be a great typewriter for kids, not only adults, but kids too, because we, believe it or not, get a lot of parents purchasing typewriters for their kids. I would say it's a really big chunk of our business, and so that's why I mention it. So not to say this isn't great for an adult, but this is great for kids too. Paper holder right here. This is where you set your margins. And when you reach the end of your margin, a bell will ding. You can hear that, telling you you're at the end. And so then the carriage and the typewriter will stop typewriting, stop typing. So what you want to do is you want to hit this key right here that says MR. That will release it so you can keep typing if you would like to. Or what you're supposed to do is hit return and start a new line. Okay? Here is your paper guide. So that just helps you put it in the same place every time or put it in straight. When you hit return, it's going to advance either 1 line, 2 lines, or 3 lines, and you set that right here. Okay? Sometimes you want to realign your paper, and it's kind of, so when you roll it, can you hear the click? Click, 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 click. Sometimes you need to kind of go in between to line things up, and to do that, there's a black button on the side, and you press that. That releases the platen, which is this black roller. And so you don't hear the clicks anymore. This just kind of lets you line things up a little bit better. Say you're writing on lined paper and you want to get things lined up perfectly, then you just press that in to release the platen so you can kind of get everything lined up exactly where you want it. You do have the tab option. The middle is the tab. You set it and clear it using these keys on each side. Ribbon reversal. Some typewriters auto reverse. I always get comments or emails from people saying you didn't tell them that it auto reverses. Well, a lot of times it doesn't, and I think you guys need to know that if your typewriter locks up or if your font gets faint, try reversing your ribbon right here, okay? Because let's go ahead and open this up. Let's pull this forward. Excuse me. Here's your ribbon right here. It takes a universal ribbon. So when you do replace it, make sure the black is on the top, red is on the bottom. Refer back to this video if you need to. And then here's your guide wires. Make sure it goes through here and here. You can look at close-up photos on our Etsy shop if you need a refresher as well. Also, underneath your spool is kind of like this the spool casing holder. I'm not sure what you want to call it. And there's a little metal pin that sticks up. You want to make sure that that pin goes in one of these holes. And that's on both sides. And that way, sometimes when your ribbon, excuse me, sits on top of that, it's not going to turn and advance. So just make sure that that is settled in okay. This is your backspace. We already talked about margin release. Okay, let's go ahead and turn it on. There you go. And let's load a piece of paper and see how this does. Now, if it's just a little bit crooked, not much, but if your paper is crooked, just pull this on the right side forward. Line up your paper. Okay, and then I'm going to hit the return button. And there you go. Okay, let's go ahead and start typing. reason I recommend this for beginners or children is because it's so easy to type on. And this is going to be more of a budget typewriter, so it's affordable and it's easy to use. I don't, as I've mentioned in other videos, even though these work really well, this is not something that I'm recommending for those of you who want to use it like every single day. Not that it can't keep up with you. If you like it and you don't mind the power return, absolutely this is going to keep up with you. It's going to be a workhorse. But for those of you who are like serious writers and let's say you're writing a book right now and you really want to write on a typewriter. And so you're kind of looking for your first typewriter. This is not the one I'm going to recommend to you. I would recommend one that has a manual return. The power return just, for me, it just really, because it's loud and it jolts you, it interrupts your thinking, the flow. And so that's why I don't recommend it. So that's just my personal opinion. Take it or leave it. Okay, let's keep typing. Okay, so this types very well, but I don't know if you can hear it. This has just a little bit of a squeak to it. So again, I would use this for crafts, for younger typers, for those of you who just want to type every once in a while and just kind of like the whole idea of having a typewriter, but you're not going to be using it every day. So this is probably what's going to be best for. It works fine. It's loud in the return, which all power returns are. And it has a little bit of squeak when you're typing. Let's go ahead and try the red ribbon. Okay. So there you go. The font looks really nice. It types pretty well, but it's not going to be one of our A+ machines by any means. This is going to be a little more of a budget typewriter, but it's gorgeous. It's going to serve your purpose for casual use, and I hope this was very helpful for you and you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, tell others about us, visit the links in our description below, and have a fantastic day.